This is what makes a biker so excited.
I just want to take a second to take it in.
But then my navigation just said, nah, you're gonna do another one.
Hello. At least you get to see a little bit more
Of the Stelvio.
So this is actually the best view that I can give you. That was freaking awesome. It feels like coming home somehow. As you can see, it's currently raining. It has been raining since last night actually. It woke me up a couple of times. My camera is waterproof, but my microphone isn't, so I'm gonna do my introduction in a little while. It should clear up in about half an hour on our way to Italy. The rest of the day will be dry, so that's the good news, and I will check in by the time that I can do that. So see you in a little while. A very good morning to you. Welcome to day 6. I'm very sorry that I didn't do it immediately at the hotel, but as you can see behind me, it was raining. So a couple of times last night, I woke up with thunder clouds and thunder and everything else. But this morning, it was supposed to stop raining at 8, but you never know with these mountains, especially if it got stuck. So I took a shortcut. And I went through 2 valleys in order to find this sunshine so we can continue in sunshine again. So that means that my camera is back on again. It does make a good view though, because you can really see that the clouds are hanging low, especially if you're still driving on that side of the valley. It's still raining. But as you can see, better times are coming in. So we are currently driving to Rocca Pitaro. Day 6, we're heading from Milstad to... Welcome to day 6 of this trip, and we are heading from Milstad to Rocca Pitore in the northern Italy, close to the Dolomites, or in the Dolomites, close to the 4 passes that circle the same mountain. So that's very excited. That's the ride for tomorrow. The Galberghöhe. So apparently this is the Galberg. It was a really tiny one, but exciting nevertheless. It's only hairpin pins all the way up and you're immediately there. As we are going to the next mountain in this valley, as part of the shortcut, it only takes us 10 minutes to go back down. So I just managed to pull some petrol, because there was a big sign saying this is the last gas station before the border, and I was thinking, after last Sunday, I just don't want to mess with it. Now I just have a little bit more of a relax on how many kilometers I can make, because I can do the entire way on this tank. We are now making our way to the Plocken Pass, and the Plocken Pass is a very important connection between, used to be a very important connection between Austria and Italy, in order to connect 2 areas together. It's not a really high one, it's only 1,300 meters. It's only 1,300 meters. Sorry, I saw a sign that it was close, but it's only by night. And it is a thrilling though. I see a lot of curves coming up, so stay tuned. You come out of a tunnel and then it's goodbye Austria and welcome Italy. So the pass wasn't bad, it was a little bit underwhelming just because of the fact that it's mostly tunnel. So let's see how the other side is. There should be a lot of road work going on, because normally by night it's closed, I saw. Let me see, yeah, from 9 to 6 it's completely closed. Let's see what this side has to bring. But welcome in Italy. Here we're going to spend the upcoming, well, almost week even. because we are now going to the Dolomites, and then afterwards we go to the Stelvio before heading into Switzerland. This part I've never been before, so this is going to be an adventure just like here in Millstad. There's already roadworks coming up. I noticed it already. If you see like large groups going down and up, that's normally used to because of a traffic light like this. Or otherwise a very, very slow lorry. Oh, it is so weird. You come over the top every time. It amazes me, the view that you get instantly. And as this goes steep down, the view is even better. Wow. You still see the water rushing everywhere from the rain from last night, just as yesterday. It all needs to come down at some point. Wow. Eventually everything ends up in the valley anyway. The last few days I stayed at Seeboden, which is close to the Millstad de Zee. But the side of town where I was on was just, a lot of restaurants were bankrupt. The city looked nice and the hotel looked nice, but also the hotel, there were only a couple of people staying there. Doesn't matter. Breakfast was good, bed was good, hygiene was good, the staff was exceptional. So trust me, I'm not complaining. But it was too quiet for a big hotel there. So what my feeling is that Seeboden is a little bit dying because of the two neighboring cities flourishing at the moment. That just tourists rather go to Millstad. If you look at hotel prices, I paid maybe, what was it, 105 a night. If I wanted to stay in Millstad, I think the cheapest thing in a broom closet would have been like 225. And then I rather just spend my money for petrol and other things. But the last 2 nights I ate at this little Italian restaurant on the side of Seeboden, and I will make sure that the name also appears here. It's a family working day in, day out, not only evenings but also afternoons. And I have to say, the pasta, it's not the best pasta that you have, but it's decent and it's made with love. And the woman behind the counter was so sweet. When you have that family feeling, I really have the feeling that that's when you actually have Italian food, when you feel like part of the family. And yesterday as well, I just felt bad to go because I had a wonderful time there. They took care of me. I had lovely food, decent food, and friendly people. What else do you want from a restaurant? So I thanked them, and I just wanted to make sure that to mention this because I hope that they can continue because they worked so hard for it. You could tell. Come Lians and Ravasklets. That's all it says. That's all we know. Okay. I'm looking at this sign, and yes, I see a couple of names on there, but I do not have a feeling that I recognize any of them. So I'm very happy that my navigation is working at the moment. But it looks like it is a pass, and it's open from the 15th of April. Viale Valcalda. That's what my navigation says. And there's this white church on the top of the hill on the left. That must have been an amazing view to be up there. Okay, that was a weird road sign. it says hold left, but if you would hold right, you would immediately fly off the mountain. So I think that's self-explanatory. That's amazing. That trucks like that can ride this, and they probably go faster than any other car that might drive this, you know? The funny bit is, we're driving through the valley, but still on a certain height, and somehow, without crossing the mountain, it became this really technical ride. Lots of curbs, small roads. Conditions are good, but this is something that you need to pay attention for. So here you see the yellow sticks again. And I have no idea why those are there. The only reason that I can think of is maybe that if there's snow, you can still see where the road ends. But if anybody knows that answer, please just use it in the comment section, because I always wondered. Sapata, finally a name of a pass. So I hope that that's actually the name, Sapata, of the pass. If not, I will correct it somewhere. But I think that as long as we are in Italy, this is gonna happen way more often. Just sometimes I have one of those rare moments where I was thinking about taking a certain pass, but then my navigation just said, nah, you're gonna do another one, which happened today. So today we are at the Sapata pass, which is the lower of the two, because at the Monte Sierra you have a way bigger pass that I still wanted to do, but unfortunately I can't do it anymore because I'm too far in already. That would mean that I have to go all the way back, which is 45 minutes, and then do the pass, which will take me over 5 o'clock by the time I got back. So unfortunately, I need to do the Monte Sierra later. At least I just double checked that all the other passes that I wanted to do are definitely in there. So we will get on a couple of mountains today. But this is a pass nevertheless. It's just a baby pass, so to speak. Not that many curves and everything else, but fun anyway, because you can make some speed, right? So I just checked the navigation. The last full pass, the Passo Giau, is still in there, which means that we're still going over a full mountain. As you notice, the sun is coming out, which also means that I have to change my gear into something more sunny. And that also means that it always is more fun if the sun is shining, right? You will have a couple of small passes in order to get there. We will mostly go by the water, which gives us a lot more speed, and then we'll have a little bit of an adventure right before we arrive at our hotel. I said earlier that my navigation took the easier passes, but they're still passes nevertheless. As you can see, there's a lot of hairpin pins, and you can just make a little bit more speed, that's all. But they're very well maintained. The roads here in Italy are lovely. Compared to the one that we saw in Slovenia, that's a huge difference. You wouldn't say, but there's actually a dam here that holds the lake together. With these two big lion heads on top. It's not that much rushing down anymore, but it is clear blue water. The sun has left us a little bit. It's also started to drop a little bit of rain. Not too much though. I just honestly hope that that's the last of it. Then I'll sign for it. Just 2 days of minor inconvenience. Wow, look at that building.
Meaning that we're definitely in Italy, right? So as you can look around, all the mountains here show a lot of rock instead of trees and anything else. And that's very characteristic for the Dolomites. I've never seen this before. Like I said, this is an adventure. I was supposed to go here multiple times during COVID and that was cancelled. And then the year that we could finally go, I got COVID and I had to go home the day before you went here. It is quite something. It's even if I compare this to the US, I've never seen this before, because in the US the mountains normally tend to be a little bit more red. So we now arrived at the Passo Diao, or Croci, also sounds nice. And the entire way up here I had a bus and a camper in front of me. So I want to see if I either gonna wait or I'm gonna overtake, but I'm probably gonna wait for a second. It's just so much more fun if you don't have cars in front of you. Do you know what one of the worst things is? Knowing you have snacks but not knowing where they are. I know I have like these little bueno thingies somewhere. I can't find them. I could really want one. Oh! They're in my other bag, obviously. As always, they're always in a different bag. Yes, got them. Nice. So the pass that we're currently starting is the Tre Croci, and it's part of what is the mountain called the Monte Cristallo. And this one is a connection to get to the full pass that we want to go at. It is massively busy, even for a Tuesday. There's so much traffic coming by. So as I was stuck behind a camper and a bus for about the last 20 minutes, I decided to just have a small break, and then I can catch up probably. By the end, I will see them again, but at least then I have a little bit of a speedy ride. It's very easy to get a little bit worked up, especially if you're behind a bus and a camper for a long time. Just take your break. I really don't mind. Plus, I get it sweet as well. So I'm happy. Without traffic, it would have been better though. But what I also noticed, some of the passes here are closed between 10 and 6 at night, probably because of maintenance. But yeah, it was something worth noting. As you could tell, without any cars and vans and trucks in front of you, it's so much more fun. Sometimes waiting is a good thing to do. Look at all the cars everywhere. Like all the way from the top all the way to here, it's been cars, 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 cars. I don't know if there's an event going on or something is happening. Maybe this is just a famous hiking set. Definitely something happened. I already saw a couple of police cars with blue, and now I also see some fire trucks going up. So it looks like something has happened. It's beautiful rock formations everywhere. Also, they're so light as well. Just look over here. You can see the lovely town behind me, right? We came from the other side of the mountain and we crossed the valley in order to get to the other side. It was busy over there. Don't get me wrong, the views are lovely, the town looked lovely, but to get through took me like ages. There was some roadworks, but I also have the feeling that it's just overrun by tourists or something, because there was almost no Italian license plate, let me tell you. Now we're getting back at the sites that we wanted to see. Falzergo Pass. I'm very happy that we're going left here, because the clouds on the right are not saying anything good. As you can tell, it already started dripping, then I need to put my equipment away again. So this is Paso Diao, and this one will take us all the way to our hotel. You might have noticed that it started raining, and the droplets are big enough in order to start becoming annoying. However, this pass, these hairpin bends and everything are so lovely to ride. I actually have a smile on my face right now. As long as it doesn't get too worse, I can keep my microphone on there. But for now, just enjoy the ride. I wish I had this back home. I know what I will be doing every single weekend. You see that smile? Back up on the wall. Just already, I can't because I'm driving, but just enjoy the view behind me already on how gorgeous that is. You can look into the entire valley from here. Yeah, I have to say, this pass saved the day. If this pass would have been bust or busy or whatever, I think that then it would just be called a transit day and nothing else. I also need to say that just back, and I'll probably enhance it a little bit, I think I came across two British friends that I mentioned earlier, Ed and Dan. If you're watching, I was waving very inappropriately as a biker, because I immediately saw the bike and I recognized the grey BMW from Dan, and of course the Triumph Tiger from Ed, as we've been driving a lot together. As you can see, the other side of the hill is not so forgiving because here it's actually raining. So I'm switching out my gear to make sure everything is waterproof again. but it also means that I need to put the microphone away because it's not waterproof yet. I will, however, still show you the other side of the mountain because there it's still sunshine and it's actually nice to see the view. It was also nice to see another tiger again. I'm not only talking about the one of my friend, but it was also somebody here on the top that finally had a Tiger 1200 adventure. He mentioned that for the last 4 days he hasn't seen one, so he was very happy to see another one as well. Because as you notice, most of it is BMW here anyway. But the Tiger Triumph Adventure is still the better bike. I'm not making myself popular, but I still believe that. So normally I would do like the end of the video on my motorbike, the end of the day, the end of day 6 today. But yeah, unfortunately due to the rain that wasn't possible. So I'm gonna do it this way. I just checked in and everything else remained dry. So it's still raining, but it wasn't that much. As you can see, this is my view. This is how I will wake up in the upcoming 2 days. So today it felt like a transit day, but I'm very, very happy that at least we had that last pass. I got confirmation, yes, those were my 2 British friends. So it's nice that I actually got them on camera as well. And yeah, the rain, it's something you need to deal with. At least my gear is good. So I kept on dry and everything is perfectly all right. That doesn't mean that tomorrow is not going to be a great day. We are going around the biggest mountain here. And we will have so many passes, so many tips of mountains here that you will go insane. So definitely check in for that. For now, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below this video because that really helps my channel to get recommended to others as well that might like it. And I hope to see you for the next one. Stay safe, everyone. It always looks better in sunshine. The one thing I wanted to call out here is that there's actually a cable car going all the way to the top of that one mountain. It only has 2 carts and they in their exchange, but can you imagine the view up there? Again, The whole sign has been taped off, or stickered off, I should say. Look at this dam.